What's going on, guys? Today is a beautiful day out here. Decided it was time to start working on making the video for the headrest handles here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how them handles are going to get removed, or how they're in here basically, but I'm actually going to physically take them out because we're going to do this handle over again. I'm going to start another one. Alright, so if you give me just a second, I have to put my phone down. I record everything on my cell phone, so I don't really have a free hand to be able to do this with. So give me just a second, guys. Alrighty, guys, you can see, just had it loop through, real simple. And to release the headrest, you push these buttons in here, pull the headrest up and out. You may have to use this handle here. Can't see it because of my seatbelt, but this small handle here, lean the seat forward. Anyways, let's go in the house. We're going to start working on these handles. So we're back in the house. We're going to start working on these handles. So first and foremost, you want to get a lighter. You want to get your measuring tape or some kind of tool to measure with, a pair of scissors, and your cord. This is a real simple project. Anybody can do, anybody can learn how to do it, and I'm about to show you how to do it. What you want to do is find the ends. You want to match them up. You're going to meet them. You're basically folding the cord in half pretty much, and then you're going to straighten out your cord. You want to pull off several feet. Some people rule is like for every 8 inches, that's 1 foot of cord. Based on what I've been doing, I just kind of guesstimate, and I just pull off what I think's plenty enough. You go through a significant amount of cord. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now anyways. So I make sure to pull off enough. Now what you want to do is measure out roughly about 12 inches from the loop end all the way out. Alright, if you see how I got it now, this is about 12 inches from this loop all the way up. Alright guys, so bear with me. I'm going to have the phone hanging over the edge of the table here. I figured out that this is going to work to be able to demonstrate a little bit of what I'm doing here. Try to get you as much video as possible of actually how to do this, me physically actually doing it. So what we're going to do, now you have to bear with me, I don't make a lot of these instructional videos, so it might seem like it's all over the place. You're going to take its right, like so. Just right, this loose string on the right, your looped end hanging down. Lay it over, go across. Take the other one, you're going to go under, behind, and pull it through. And what we're going to do is we're going to cinch it up tight. Try to leave a little slack because we are going to have to produce a loop on the end to be able to thread the headrest pegs through. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to copy that on the opposite or opposing side. Whichever side you started on. You don't necessarily have to start on the right or the left, however it would be better if you did. Doing the same process again. I apologize, my dog is in the crate right here below me. So, what I'm going to do is pull it tight, cinch it up. Okay. At this point, you want to try to get a loop on the end here. You pull some cord out. We're just making a loop so we can thread the headrest part through. Kind of try to, don't want a super huge loop, so keep it up tight. Alright, do the same thing. We're going to start on the left side at this time. loop it over, go under, around behind, and up through. Pull it tight. Basically what we're doing now is we're starting the actual weaving process. From what I learned, this is the Solomon weave here. Just a single weave. It's not super strong, but based on as long as I've had them handles in my Jeep, seems to work quite well, and they seem to be holding weight pretty good. So it should start looking like this. If it don't, it's time to start over. See the loop end here where it's raised right here? That's where you're going to want to start your loop. So if you get off track on between your left and your right side, you need to start making a loop with this extra piece here on this side. And continue the same process over and around behind, up through. Pull it tight. Cinch it up. Then we got the loop here, so we're going to start on this left side. Loop it over, go around, trying to keep my hands out of the way so you guys can see, and pull it through the loop you just made. Just kind of see what you should look like, cinch it up tight. Occasionally you got to take it like this, pull this part here, just pull it tight. I don't know if you heard this cord slip, but just trying to keep that loop on there. It should stay. Guys, I've only been doing this paracord for probably about a month or two now. So, I mean, this is pretty easy. And I've gotten quite good at it. We'll continue the same process on the right side. Loop it around behind and over. Pull it through. Right. I'm going to show this to you a couple more times without me talking. We're just going to continue this process. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to show you what you're looking at here as I'm going through it. Taking a second. I haven't pulled it tight yet. And I'm going to just pull it tight. Oh shoot, I forgot what side to continue with. In case you guys forgot, I'm going to tell you again. The raised side, right here. See how this is raised? You can see how there's not one over here, but there's one here. Alright. So that's this side of the loop is where you want to start making your next loop. Make it like so. And thread it through. Around behind. Wow, this is actually working pretty good, leaving the phone on the edge of the table. I can really get this camera up close for you. Cinch it up tight. Guys, I'm going to continue this process so the video ain't extremely long. It takes a while to loop the full length of this. So, we're just going to continue this process all the way down to here. We're going to leave a little bit of excess down here at the bottom. We're wrapping this entire cord. Alright. And I'll pick back up with it. Guys, so as we're working a little further down, something I just thought of that I figured I should mention. This part here and this part here needs to be quite a bit longer than this part when you're doing this. If it's not, you will run out of this cord pieces to weave with before you get to the end. then you got a problem. Guess what that means? You got to start all over again. So make sure you pull off enough. But I'm going to continue weaving with this. You can kind of see what we're working with here, kind of how it's looking. Your weave should look something like this. And if it don't, you've messed up somewhere and you probably need to backtrack a little bit. You'll notice it'll start to stiffen up. Feels good though. It's a nice feeling strap. If you can learn how to make this, you can pretty much do anything with the paracord. After that point, it's just a matter of learning it. I got another project I've been working on. Actually, one of them's completed, but I'm not satisfied with them, so I'm probably not going to use them. And I'm simply making these individual straps. If you hadn't already figured out, I'm working on some Jeep handles here. These parts here are the parts that wrap around the roll bar. And then got some kind of metal loops here. And this makes the actual handle part. So these are just roll bar grab handles. They wrap around the roll bar. I haven't installed these because I'm not going to use them. I've got the other style that I posted in one of my previous videos, or that you're going to see in this one. You may notice them. But let's continue. So I screwed up. Made a critical error. I did not measure the length of the strap when the original strap I had made. So essentially, too short. You can see the length difference. You can see that strap keeps on going. So that 12 inches rule, if you don't watch this video all the way through, it is actually 16 inches. That gives you enough slack for something to grab onto if somebody climbs in the back of your Jeep or you climb in the back of your Jeep. I learned that 12 inches was too short, and I wish I had remembered that before I started this. So guys, I'm going to have to start over. But I'm going to go ahead and post this video just to show you how to make these straps. They're real simple. Just a little FYI. If you want to make these straps, you need to make them 16 inches and not 12 in order to get enough slack in them to have something to grab hold of. However, if you want to make them shorter, you can. You can make them just about any length you want. If you want them a little bit shorter, it'll give you a little bit less of a handle, but it kind of pulls it up tighter to the back of the headrest. So it may work better for you if that's the look you're going for. I wanted a little more slack out of mine, so that's what I did. I made them 16 inches. Alright, so when you get done with your product, you're going to simply want to do like I've done here. With the camera focus, it's having a little trouble. That's a little up close for it, I guess. You just want to take your lighter. And you just want to burn that in just a little bit. Kind of melt it, because as you're working with this cord, you'll see what I've got here. See how all that inner strands are coming out? It's gonna happen while you're working with it. You're gonna cut it off somewhere down here. And then you're gonna take your lighter and just kind of melt that end when you get done. Alright guys, so here's the product I used. I got it off of Amazon, sold by Paracord Planet. And here's the product number. The color, which is Coyote Brown. Found the Coyote Brown matches my interior the best based on the color options they offered. This cord seems to be pretty decent. I don't know a lot about paracord, so you guys may even have a better idea, but this is what I got. This is what I used. Seems to be pretty reasonable. I can post a link in the description. I have a 250-foot roll, but not anymore. So we ended up going through all our cord. I'm not going to be able to redo that 16-inch strap. I should have pulled off more than thought I had enough, but I didn't. So I'm going to go back, remake them straps. Probably had to order another roll of this later on. And again, I may just let that strap ride. It's been riding in my Jeep for a while like that. It don't look too bad. So it was just my mess up. I can live with it. It's no big deal. So anyways, guys, like I said, pretty easy project. And if you can learn how to make these, you can learn how to make just about anything with this paracord. That's all today, guys. Thank you.